YouTube, what is up? It's AD with US Squads. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm having a banging day. Liking life. Life is good. It's even better after I caught a glimpse of the news and read a few articles. Apparently, that the Senate, it didn't pass. The Senate vote was short. So, I mean, you know, the gun grabbers tried to push a expanded background checks and it was voted down 54 to 46. All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And, you know, the man in charge is disappointed. He's upset, blah, blah, blah. And then what is great is Joe Biden, who is our best friend. Trust me, he is. Him being in charge is great, okay? Him being in charge of, you know, the man in charge says, hey, why don't you take over this gun control agenda for me because I got other issues, supposedly. I haven't seen them being worked on. National debt, foreign policy, create more jobs and immigration. But anyway, the leader in charge says, hey, Joe Biden, help me out with this. Let's take these, let's do what we gotta do. And Joe Biden foolishly took this since I don't think he was doing anything else. And epic fail. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you for failing. Thank you for making ridiculous, stupid statements regarding gun control and making people think you're a special individual. I really appreciate it, Joe Biden. Thank you. So let's talk about what happened. Well, a few things, as they needed 60 votes to make it progress further down the legislative line, and it did not work. And why did it not work? Because of you guys. You guys, the people, okay? We have a voice. You made it heard, and our elected officials are listening. And if they're not listening, they want to be reelected. So it's a win-win for us. They're either listening or they want to be reelected and they're not going to piss you off, which is great. So we got to give a big props out to those individuals, those bloggers, vloggers, the great YouTube channel partners that have provided you the links and the ability to easily facilitate your opinions and express interest regarding this topic, and we have been heard. Okay, I want to give you a statistic. 86%, this is a news poll, by the way, 86% of the American public supported extended background checks, and I call bullshit on that statistic. I call total bullshit, because if that was the case, it would have passed. It would have had a 60 vote on the vote. It would have made it 60 vote. It would have reached it if that was true. But that is not true, because the American public we do not want our rights infringed upon. We don't want new laws. We don't want any changes because they do not work. We're sensible gun owners. If somebody gave me a sensible proposal, I would listen to it. If it made sense, I would agree or disagree with it. Now, let's talk about this real quick. And this has been hashed around on the news. It's been hashed around, but this is my take on this. And I really want you to see if you agree with me on this. Okay, let's give you a story. A young man who is a disturbed individual murders his mother, the person who gave him birth and raised him and cared for him, steals her firearms, goes to a elementary school, and destroys the lives of many individuals, including young children. Okay, the instrument, the tool he uses is the firearm he stole from his murdered mother's home. No law or set of laws that you could possibly write or think of would have prevented that crime. Let me repeat that. No laws or set of laws that you can conceptualize and put in effect would have stopped that crime. Do you agree with me or disagree with me? I am all for sensible gun laws. But I do not like it when our leaders take this event and overreact and blame the instrument and not the person. I am sick and tired of the instruments being blamed for the actions and not the individuals. The dude in Aurora, Colorado is sitting in prison. He should have been executed a month ago, but he's still alive. And he's such a coward, his defense team tried to plead insanity or whatever. I mean, this coward needs to just, you know, if he wants to be a real man, if it's even possible, he should ask for forgiveness for all the lives he's destroyed, but he should also ask for a bullet. Man up to his crime and just let the people have some peace. Let the families have some peace. He needs to be eliminated. He needs to be executed. And that is justice, in my opinion. Okay? I've said this before in my other videos. I say it again. It just comes back up. But that is kind of what we're up against. You know, these gun grabbers are just overreacting, and they're blaming the instruments and not the people. There are people that are sick. There are people that have very, very bad souls, and they're going to do bad things. They're going to do bad things. You know, do I believe that every person should have a gun and own a gun? No, I don't believe that either, because there are plenty of stupid-ass people that should not own firearms. But law-abiding, sensible people like you and I have the right to own our firearms. I love my firearms. I love hunting. I love sport shooting. If you look at any of my videos, I love the sport of shooting, okay? And that's what I love. Some people love other things. That's fine. But there's no reason for you to set new laws that restrict my right to own my firearms and to use them in the way I feel fit legally. My firearms are used legally. It's what it is. So, with that being said, I mean, we have a gun culture that we can't ignore. We have a gun culture. We love our firearms. Americans love their firearms. We watch movies, TV shows. We watch, play video games. They all kind of influence us. And it goes back decades. I mean, I'm not talking about the new generation of video games. You know, I play video games. I'm not a bad person. I'm talking about, you know, you go back in the Westerns. You know, when TV first came up, people watched Westerns. And then in the 80s, tell me, you know, those who are in their mid-30s, tell me you weren't watching Bruce Willis and Die Hard. You know, Hans was rolling with the Steyr AUG. McLean was rolling with the MP5s. Beretta 92FS. Come on. I mean, we were intrigued by those as people. I mean, it's in our nature. You know, firearms it's in our DNA. It is. In a lot of Americans, it's in our DNA. And again, you know, some people own one firearm, some people own none, some people have a collection. You know, whatever your prerogative is, it's not me to judge what you want or don't want to own, but it's not your prerogative to tell me what I cannot own when it's my, you know, I have the right to bear arms, I have the right to own my collection of firearms, I have the right to sell my firearms to individuals that I feel that are safe. You know, I have those rights. And so that's kind of my point for today. And I definitely want to appreciate you guys for watching my channel. Thank you so much. If you notice, there's a couple firearms lined up. These are firearms for review. And stay tuned. I'll be doing reviews on this GP100, Gen 4 Glock 17, and Ruger 2245. So we'll talk soon. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everything. And thanks for all your efforts on fighting these gun grabbers. It's you guys have made the difference. You have a voice, and we appreciate everything. Thank you so much.